everybody doing today?
Awesome.
Welcome, appreciate you guys coming. There's burritos up there, 2 different kinds. There's hot sauce. Be careful with the green, I think. The green is really hot. The red was hot, so I can't imagine.
These top.
The green is?
Hot.
Oh, I thought the green was the hottest.
Green is mild, the red, the habanero. Really hot.
Oh, I had the red. Okay, no wonder why.
I told you.
I say my stomach's still a little burning from it, actually. Well, appreciate everybody being here. Anything good going on? Anybody tired of the heat?
Yes.
Was it hot out Saturday?
Yes.
Out of the lake, it felt like it was 150 degrees.
Oh.
I know 2 weeks ago it was 126 out there.
Is there
Right.
any water?
There's water, but California, we were just talking about that, California's getting most of it because of our stupid ass negotiators that we have in Nevada. Well, we can't figure it out. Let's let the government figure it out. Oh yeah, that's a great idea. They'll always do a great job figuring it out. It's funny, in California, they're standing in the ocean going, God, if we just had water that we could get somewhere. I don't know where we could get it though. Dummies.
Even Iran is desalinization.
That's said, I was just telling these guys, Dubai has the largest desalination plant in the world. And by the way, they're in the desert. We just can't, nobody can figure it out. But we'll spend billions of dollars on nonsense. All right, that's my rant for the day. But it was good. The lake was fun, but it was hot. Hey, I know this. Boat motors at 120 degrees, running across the water doing 80 at 5,000 RPMs. They like to spun a little bit too in that heat. Yeah, they were doing a boat run. There were probably 6 or 8 big boats running that all of them had a little glitch. Like my boat, 4,000, I was running at 5,600, and all of a sudden it just went down to 4,000. Shut it off, it cooled down, ran again, ran like nothing, just the heat, I guess. First time it ever happened, so I was surprised. But there were several boats that did that, but it was hot. It was freaking hot.
Is that water temp?
Water, it felt like about 90 degrees.
Yeah.
Okay, it was like backwater. We wear the long shirts, the sun shirts, and you get them wet, then you run, then you get cooled off, so it wasn't too bad, but it was hot. So, all right, on that one. There's our numbers. 5.1. Available months worth of inventory is 5.1. That determines what market we're in. So it's definitely a number we want to keep our eye on. We sold 463 homes in the last 7 days. Last week was 417, 418 or something like that. But look at this, homes from 400,000 to 800,000. There's 5,100 on the market now. Last week that was 5,000. So more homes are coming on the market. Single family 7,500, I think that's probably pretty close. But look at the price projections, 882, single family. Guys, we're still 1,000. We're still 1,000 homes every week, or properties being reduced every week for the last 3 years. Dan, me and Dan were talking earlier. What did you call it? You called it CAPES? CAPES. Tell them what that means.
It's an acronym, CAPE, condition, access, price, and exposure. Those are your kind of talking points for sellers. The only thing that you as an agent control is exposure. The seller controls the condition of the property, the access to the property, and the price of the property. So as long as you're doing your job with the exposure, the marketing of it, you can circle back around and start talking to them about which of those aspects
we need to,
they want to change.
Yeah, we need to write that because I was just talking, and I'm sure people have agents are running the same deal. It's not. We're all dealing with the same thing. Homes are sitting on the market longer, especially when they're overpriced. Homes that I think are priced correctly are generally selling pretty quick, but we just have to be mindful of that. And guys, we have no magic, all right? Because the sellers look at you and say, well, what's the magic? If we got a mermaid and have to swim in the pool and put a taco truck out front, is that going to sell the house? No. People are going to have a lot of fun, but the house isn't going to sell. Guys, at the end of the day, it's only worth what somebody else is willing to pay for it. And just like me and Dan were talking earlier. One of the sellers said, yeah, but 3 years ago I could have got this. Yeah, why didn't you sell it then? Right? Gas used to be 36 cents a gallon, but what does that mean? It means absolutely nothing. Even though the neighbor's home 3 months ago sold for more than they've got on the market for right now, is irrelevant. We need to be the business professionals that let them know there is no magic to what we're trying to do. The only person who's gonna buy this house is somebody that's willing to pay for it, period. And I don't care what it sold for 6 months ago, or what the neighbors did. At the end of the day, you guys, they got two choices. Take it off the market or lower the price. There is no other magic. Unless John or Dave or George has a magic pill that I don't know about, that we can give the sellers that make them want to do something, I have no idea what it is. So just be conscious of the market and what is going on in our market right now, guys. It's a very tough conversation, but at the end of the day, it's actually an easy conversation. You got two choices: lower the price or take it off the market. What do you want to do? Because we know 1,000 homes have been reduced already. So what do we want to do? So kind of keep that in mind, you guys. And I know we talk about this every week, and you get tired of hearing it, but that's reality. If you're a listing agent, that's reality. And if you're a buyer's agent, and you're selling it, you know, the buyer doesn't want to put an offer in at $500,000 when the house is on the market for $500,000. They want to go in at $460,000. What can we do? Right? We can educate them about what's going on in the marketplace, but at the end of the day, if they want to put an offer in at $460,000, we put an offer in at $460,000. Right? What's the listing agent going to say? Get the hell out of here. We won't accept that. We'll never do that. Okay, thank you for that. Are you want part of the house? Well, no. Well, good. Present my offer then. Unless you've got an email from the seller that says any offer under $500 don't even present, then send that to me. Right? We gotta make sure we're doing that kind of stuff. So, on that note, guys, I understand. I've been in it, and we talked about this again earlier. And I know I've said this last time. It used to take 6 to 8 months to sell a house back in the day. We got used to for 3 years that we could sell them in 20 days or 30 days. That reality was back in the day. We took a 1 year listing no matter what, and because it took that long in selling time. So just kind of keep that in mind. Know what's going on. Have that conversation with them. Follow the stats. You can go back on our Facebook a year from now, back, and say, hey, a year ago we had this many homes. We were doing this. And show them where the market's at. They don't believe it, okay? But the thing about the numbers, you guys, and I tell agents this all the time, these aren't our numbers. This isn't Jeff's numbers. These aren't Realty One. This is Las Vegas's numbers. They come right from LVR, right? People lie, the numbers don't. And these are the numbers of what's going on in our business right now. And we don't have to like it, right? But this is our reality right now. And Mr. Seller, I don't make the market. I'm interpreting it. This is what's going on if you want to sell. I mean, you guys, if we have this many homes on the market right now, over 10,000 homes on the market right now, and we know that at least 30 or 40% of them are overpriced, think what happens if we took them for 30% of the homes off the market. Our market's going to get better already. You need to stop with these unrealistic numbers with these sellers. And I love that, Kate. I'm going to remember that. That's great. All I've done it, never heard that. That's good. All right, I'm done preaching. Dave Gonzalez, come on, get up here. Dave's got some great news. The interest rates have been lowered 2 points, so we appreciate that.
I know, I was talking to John.
Yes, and there's somebody to blame right there.
No, I'm just a messenger, okay, so you gotta take it easy. Hey, I gotta point out something. I love his passion, okay, because he stands up here and he'll tell you exactly what he thinks of the market, and what you guys can do to better yourselves and improve your business. And God, there's so many good professionals out there I'm looking at, and you guys are good, you know. And I want your business, right? Right, John? So you guys are real good. It's sneaking out. Real quick on rates, John and Jeff and I were talking about rates, and you know, one thing that affects the rates greatly is credit, and that's one of my biggest pet peeves. And we were talking about credit scores, and they said, what happens if there's a credit score around 640? Well, your rates are going to go way up. So John made a great suggestion, which I agree, go FHA. I mean, you're going to get a better rate. If you try to go conventional, yeah, that rate's going to be up 7 something. You know, so the lower the rate, consider FHA. Some people just don't want to do FHA, but you know what? You get a better rate. Like 7.5, you know, a lot of cases. So that's a good option. And FHA has some really good first-time homebuyer programs that I always harp about. Okay, one more thing. I don't want to take up too much time because John's going to be up here talking.
I had a fall out of escrow last week. The person went to do their inspection. Inspections are important, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and she said no, no. So they canceled the deal. It was supposed to come to 17. But the next day, I get a phone call like about 6 o'clock on Friday night. And the person on the phone says, you know what? Big plus for answering your phone. So I appreciate that. She was a listing agent for a new property that my buyer wanted to get. And she wanted to know a little bit about the buyer. And I'll tell you what, I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't mind talking to listing agents. I love it. And we sold the deal. Well, okay, I sold it. But the next day, I mean, they went right back into contract. They're gonna close like September 19th. So it's a good deal. And sometimes the listing agent really wants to talk to whoever, you know, the lender is. It's just automatic. And I'm sure a lot of you seasoned veterans know that for a fact right now. And just keep it up. You know, it's very important to get some input from that lender, right?
As a listing agent, that's exactly what I did. When the buyer put an offer in, I would reach out to the lender.
Right, absolutely. So, anyway, she said, yeah, looks like we're gonna be doing something, we're gonna be doing a deal, so, you know, I love it. Love it, anytime I can help, you guys know I'm here. The answer man, if nothing else, I'll answer so.
You know, I asked
Sir.
lenders how long it takes for an appraisal to get back and final loan approval, and you know, even an appraisal back in 10 days and loan approval in 14, but I got 25-day contingencies in this offer. It's a great way to counter back by talking to the buyer lender.
No,
And I gotta tell you, 25 days, I mean, I don't know, John, but that's a hell of a long time.
Yeah.
For as long as contingency.
We're averaging about 18 to 20 days.
Yeah.
Some longer, some shorter.
Yeah. That's good. VA appraisals, they still get up to 14 days.
Yeah, they can, we don't have any control, that just.
Yeah, that's just go right to VA, and they handle it all. Yeah, we have no influence, we can't send them anything. Anyway, that's all I got. If you have any questions, John will be up later. All right, thanks, guys, thanks for your support.
thanks, Dave. Good job. Appreciate that. George, you ready? You're opening presents back there. Assume you got something good for us. Kathleen, come on up. Give her a big hand. You guys, I just wanted to give a shout out to Kathleen for being in our office every Tuesday and working from our office as well, which I think is really cool. That she's over here. I'm sorry. I didn't see you. Sorry.
I'll come over here
Yes.
so I can see you.
Get over there.
Hi, everyone. So I want to introduce Desiree. She's one of our new escrow officers. I'll let her talk a little bit about her experience with you guys.
along with Kathleen.
Yes,
Hi everyone,
yes.
Desiree Reich. I am new to Magnus Title, but not new to escrow. I am a true escrow baby, so I have like 20. Oh, Rock, I'm so
I was
sorry.
just gonna say.
Oh my God, so embarrassing. Can you tell I'm new? I'll let that one go. 22 years in the business. I've done everything. I started the week I graduated, receptionist. I've done every type of transaction, short sales, REOs. I've been around the block. Yeah, that's it. I'm super text friendly. I'll pass out my business cards, but I'm super excited to be with Rock Title and Kathleen and George and Shane and all the shenanigans we have going on. So just please reach out if there's anything that you need.
Yeah, you guys, I encourage you guys to make phone calls. If you guys have any issues with escrow, any questions, even with other companies, like we're there to answer any questions that we have. You know, I want to sell convenience to you guys. I'm in the office about 4 times a week. Now, I know a lot of you guys, I see you guys, but you guys haven't walked in, and there's a ton of stuff that we can do for you. I put a flyer in front of you guys to kind of get an overview of the things that we offer. But more important, like, you guys got to take advantage. All this stuff is free. It's for you guys. We're really trying to get you through this along with Dave. We're selling convenience here, guys. But just to kind of show you guys a little something I did for Cindy. She has a broker open coming up. She wants to promote her listing. And these are things that we offer, and it's free. It's free. We created flyers. You guys need to send me just a picture of you guys, and we'll set everything up. We got little mailers. We won't pay for the stamps, but we'll definitely make the mailers for you. All this is free, guys. And like I said, I'm there 4 times a week. So if you guys have time and want to talk to me a little bit, I'll be more than happy to help you guys out in whatever way I can. And just a little bit, Cindy is going to be having a broker open on September 1st at 12:30. So we really appreciate it if you showed up and supported it. And one last thing, to the people in this office, if you guys are hosting open houses, I'll be happy to bring food and snacks and drinks. So anything I can do to run the business, that's what we're here for. So Appreciate you guys.
Awesome, thank you. You did a good job. You said that.
Yeah, I was just gonna try to do title, Tuesday tips. So today I thought homeowners that are selling their homes in their trust or their LLCs, the sellers need to make sure they have bank accounts with that entity, because that's who the proceeds will be paid to. We get a lot of times the end of escrow, and especially trust, the seller's like, what, I didn't know, so if we could get that out to your seller in the beginning, so they could go to the banks and get that set up.
Oh, good, cool.
And one last one, the formulas, guys. I haven't gotten too many emails, but I think we're talking about CRMs today.
Yes, yep.
So if you guys want a farming list, I can kind of guide you guys on what to ask for, make it tight, and kind of give you a program on what to do with it. So
Simplify, absolutely.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. All right, I think that is an open our own go. So, remember this coming Thursday, we're doing the Stephen Thomas in the Great Valley office. There's a QR code, it's gonna be really cool. I think we've got like 55 people, I think have signed up for it already. So if you want to go, tons of information. I mean, more information you can even think of the stuff that's going on. So make sure you do that. Has anybody got into the LVR in the back and got onto applied analysis? Has anybody seen that presentation? I was showing an agent from California because she was telling me, well, Jeff, I don't know anybody in Las Vegas, and so how would I get business? You know people from California, right? 36% of the people who moving here. You don't know anybody? So I showed her that presentation. $29 billion worth of projects being built right now in Las Vegas. So there's people with a lot of money that believe in what we're doing in Las Vegas still. So that's a good sign. But it's 100 pages. And you should get on there and check it out. They got a short one, I think it's like 12 pages, but the big one for 2026 is 100 pages. We might review that one day coming up, but it's way cool. You should go on there, pick out some information, some stats on there, so you're talking to somebody about if they're talking about moving to Vegas. Way cool. And I said to her, lowest property taxes, best rental market, no state income tax. In California, they have all that. Did you have something, Heidi?
Well, I was gonna say, what was that from again?
Applied analysis. When you get on there, it's applied analysis. We've had the guy, Brian Gordon, speak before, and he does an amazing job. He's just not coming out to the offices anymore. He's so busy, but it's on there. He does it for LVR once a year.
Is that Jeremy Aguero?
That's, yeah, but Brian Gordon is the one who comes out, yes. Matter of fact, Aguero he was instrumental in getting the Raiders and Allegiant Stadium. So, yeah, the information, guys, is insane. I mean, 100 pages. I was like, wow. So before I go through the rest of this, let's do this. Let's bring John up, give him a big hand. Come on, John. CRM, I don't care. Did anybody see my emails? I think CRMs are stupid. Why do I want to use one? You got to be dumb to use it.
There are stupid ones out there.
Absolutely.
Stupid ones don't have anything in them.
So I'll put that, John, and you can give it to him, wherever it's at in there.
Get a little quicker.
We do have a clicker, but I wouldn't rely on it right now. This one right here, but I don't know if it's working. Or you just had it right there, you just hit that. Yeah, see if that'll work. I think John's all techy.
Yeah.
Sir.
See, which one of your emails?
Yeah, 5 of them, right?
5 of them.
Yes, I love it. And I told you I gave you guys a break last week. I only sent 3.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Real quick, tell you the kind of the deep, dark secret of rates right now. All right? I'm willing to go out and place a bet that you won't see a rate hike and you won't see a rate cut with this guy. Okay? The reason is he's focused on something else. He's focused on trending down slowly, right? So right now, conventional rates should be around 5.5, 5.625. Today, they should be. But there's an inflated gap, all right? There's an inflated gap of where they should be and where they are right now. And what's in that gap is the servicer's money. Because no servicer wants to pick up these loans right now. Because what's been happening over the past 2 years? Rates have been volatile. Rates have been hiked a quarter, hiked a half, dropped a quarter. So, and one man has been doing it. You know, it's been a department, but one man's been saying, okay, we're gonna cut rates, we're gonna raise rates. And the whole public has been reacting to it and affecting the market. All right? So if you're a big servicing company and someone's gonna send you a conventional load at 6.875, like, whoo. If they cut that rate by a half in the coming months, those guys are gonna refinance in 6 months. So we're gonna lose our butt if we pay to service this loan because they're gonna refinance it. So servicers are working their money in right here on the purchase of the loan. And that's why our rates have to be there to fit all that pork in there because they're afraid. So that's why we got the right guy, because he's not looking at hikes and cuts. He's looking at consistency. And as soon as the servicers start feeling comfortable, that gap's gonna start to shrink. And the rates are gonna slowly come down. All right? Because then we're gonna get into a healthy market and the servicers are gonna start competing for the loans again. They don't want them. Nobody wants them. But when they're like, oh, we know that the rate's not gonna be good enough for 2 years before they're gonna refinance now, so we'll go get it. So the servicers are gonna compete and they're gonna help not only erase that gap, but the gap's gonna go the other way. Because now the servicers are competing on this level and the rates are gonna be lower than what they should. So that's kind of what we're dealing with.
How
So-
long will that take?
A long time. We're talking years, not months anymore. But that's not going to stop the pundits from saying stupid stuff, right? It's like, oh, there's a such and such % chance of a rate hike in December. Or they're going to cut it this next year, or this or that. They're still going to say stupid stuff. Whether they have motives that are related to market gains or whatever, everybody's doing it. Everybody's going out there and posturing and speaking and saying things that they think they can affect the market. They're making money on it, all right? So that's going to keep happening. But just know the rates will trend down slowly. We're not going to see a big drop. So when your clients are saying, well, we're waiting for the rates to drop, run some math. It's like, okay, it'll probably drop 1/4 to 0.5% in 2 years. Are you willing to wait 2 years? Because this is the price difference for the house you want right now. You're going to freaking not pay $100 extra for the next 2 years just to avoid and not get this house, okay? So just know the rates aren't gonna drop drastically at any moment. We're not month to month anymore, we're year to year, okay? So, keep that in mind. Now, database. Who is using their CRM daily? Who logs in daily? Yeah, you guys have to. You get fired if you're on this team. Okay? Who weekly? Someone logging in weekly? Okay.
What's a CRM?
Anyone have a login to a CRM?
See, I told you they were stupid.
CRMs are stupid.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. If you're not treating this like a business, if you're not logging in your CRM should be your manager. Should be your general manager of your business. So you're not reporting to your manager how many times a week or month?
Yeah.
Right. Okay? That manages you. It tells you should be logging in the morning, and if you're doing it right, you should be logging in the morning and it should have a list of to-dos. You don't have to make a to-do list. It'll tell you what you need to do, who you need to contact, and why. Okay? End of the day, you sit down, you check back in with your manager, say, this is what we did. Here's the notes. This is what we talked to. Boom, put them in, set your reminders, go to bed. No stress, no worries. I didn't forget anybody. Didn't forget to do something. Wake up, repeat. Doesn't that sound like a much easier business to run than stressing out at 10:30 at night after you just fell asleep? Shoot, I think I forgot something. Right? Or waking up at 2 a.m. and not being able to fall asleep. You start thinking, well, maybe I should call them. Maybe I should call it. Don't lie. You guys do it. It happens. It used to happen to me. All right? So CRM should be managing you. And what's CRM stand for?
Customer relationship management.
Relationship management. That's the key. It doesn't say, it's not real estate management. It's not lead management. It's relationship management. The bulk of the information and notes in your CRM should be personal stuff about your relationships, about your customers. Not, okay, they're looking for this property in this zip code, and I talked to them about this house. That's lag, man. That's result. Okay? Because if you don't start doing it this way, you're going to run out of results. You're going to run out of people to put notes in for they're actually looking at this house. They're going to stop looking with you. All right? You need to connect. Effectively working your database can generate a 10% yield. All right? Every 7 to 10 people in your database can equal 1 transaction. That's average. And when I think average, I mean, how many hours a week do you guys think you really put in that effective hours in your business each week? 60. Okay? Average freaking hours for a real estate agent, effective hours is 8 a week. Okay? You put 8 hours, effective hours a week into your business, you're gonna get 1 transaction out of every 7 to 10 quality people in your database. Do you imagine if you actually were effective? I'm not gonna say 40, let's just go with 30 hours a week. 30 effective hours. Who's gonna sign up for that? Right, now we're looking at 4 transactions. Get a 150 person database, you're doing 60 deals off of 30 hours a week. Who in the world would not sign up for that job and that income? Okay? 86% of buyers would use their agent again or refer to others. Problem is 27%, only 27% use the agent previously to buy or sell. That's a huge gap. It's filthy truth. It sucks. And it's the bane of this business. We don't follow up. We do not follow up. Again, we go back to the 8 versus 30 hours. If you're in 30 hours, you would be in this 86%. Your business would be 86% referral. Okay? Your 30 hours, if you're doing 86% referral, your 30 hours is lunches, coffees, dinners, meetups, dropping by, networking. That's your 30 hours. You think you're gonna handle transactions at 60 units a year? No, you're gonna have a team doing that. Okay? This is what I do. I have a team, right? I have a team working at their desks right now on the files that are in process. They're working with underwriters, working with processors, getting these things closed. So that I can go out and do this. So I can be at Nellis Air Force Base tomorrow at 1:30, so I can run back across town with freaking Weiner and Summerlin at 3. They're like, how do you do all this? I'm like, how do you not do this? Right? That's business. That's building the business. So I'd rather do 30 to 40 hours of that than picking up the phone, calling leads, and converting them. And the only way you're going to get out of that is by getting into this, using your CRMs. So we're chatting about neglecting to keep info up to date. How many people used to use their CRM a lot and it's collecting dust? Yeah. That information is outdated 30 days ago. A lot happens in 30 days in social world today. Okay? Not prioritizing follow-up, again. But we're going to spend a lot of time talking about segmenting the database. Making it easier to find that stuff, because we're going to fill that database up with a lot of information. We need to make them easy to find. Because if we got 150 A people in our database, and we're closing 60 deals, we need to know where to find that stuff daily. That's a lot of deals. Okay? Center of influence. This is fun. Or SOI, Spirit. Anyone that can transact or connect you with others by your name. Okay? They're not saying, oh my gosh, I know of a realtor you should call. They're saying, oh my gosh, Tommy, you gotta call Tommy. He freaking is awesome. Is that a different referral? Everybody's got a realtor. Not everybody's got a Tommy. That's a different setup. So if that person can't refer you by your name, they're not a center of influence person. A lot of people will fill this thing up with community residents, members of organizations, T-ball moms, parents, buyer and seller leads from a year ago. Okay? Inbound internet leads that you have never been in a relationship with. They cluttered the database. Totally cluttered the database. Because at the end of the day, how many people have a database with over 1,500 names in them and leads? That's pretty normal. But we're not using our CRM daily, but we're filling it up. This is noise. That's all noise. That's keeping you from doing 30 effective hours a week. These are non-effective hours. It's waste. And it costs you time. Because I believe you're working 40 to 60 hours a week. I believe you are engaged 40 to 60 easily. I know you are. Trying to find the deal, especially right now. But you're only getting a certain amount of effective work hours. 150 is the sweet spot. That's Dunbar's law. You can actually manage 150 relationships. So your first step after this class today is, if you don't have a CRM, figure one out. I'll give you a really good idea after this. Or go back in your database and start cleaning it up. So I'm going to give you a real good reason after these two. So you're going to want to start cleaning your database, reorganizing your database. Reach out. I have like an 8-page document how to re-onboard your database. Okay, how to go back through 8 pages on how to reach out to them, how to connect with them, different scripts, stuff like that. You just got to reconnect and decide if this is person. Because it's fair to say, if I nurture this relationship like I should, will they transact or refer someone in the next year? That's what your question is if you look at it. It's not have I done it, have I nurtured them. It's if I do nurture them correctly, can I get a deal out of them or more? And you only can do 150 of them. So your database, you have a bunch of D's and E's or stuff that you don't really interact with or spend time on. But these 150 are the ones that your 80% of your focus is. All right, segmenting the database. All kinds of ways. These are just low-level, basic classifications. Lead source, we always want a lead source. Buyer, seller. Referral rating, right? Do a referral rating. Buying power, neighborhood. So now we're starting to get to the nitty-gritty. Now, a lot of you guys will have a database where you can put tags and group them. It's okay if one lead belongs to 20 or 30 groups. All right? Because that makes them easier to find. Because now you can go in and say, oh my gosh, a 4-bedroom home, 4-bedroom, 2-bath, home with a pool, just went on the market right here. Okay? So now you're looking in your database for that 4-bedroom, 2-bath with a pool, either zip code, neighborhood. I'd go all the way down to the neighborhood. 4-bedroom, 2-bath in the neighborhood in the zip code. 4-bedroom, 2-bath neighborhood zip code pool. Right? Because you want these. You want to be able to instantly find, even if it's 2 or 3 people that fit that one group you're looking for. Those are the 2 or 3 people that you need to double down on with this listing that just popped up. All right, story. Mark, he's my assistant. We worked together in real estate for a long time. We ran teams and all that stuff. And he's got a buyer in Arizona. So he's working with them. It's a certain community. It's a high-end community. And they went and showed a home and they had power lines. Right? It was $1.6 million home with power lines running through the back. So yeah, power lines shut it off. I'm like, Mark, don't be offended. Okay? Not trying to tell you how to do your job, because I know you know this already. Like, can you please go in there and look at all the expireds and cancels of the last 9 months in that neighborhood and find them a freaking house? They're looking for the house in that neighborhood. Period. It's gated. There's not a lot of them. Just spend the time, put them a house. That's what they want you to do. Oh my gosh, I didn't think about that. We don't think about that. If we had a CRM working like this, we would be thinking about it every day. Okay, because now every listing that popped up, we'd be like, okay, who's my people? They're right here. All right, we'll go another step deeper on that a little bit. Ranking, ABCs. I say there's one more, there's A+. The A+ is the ones you're going to lunch with, the one that you're dropping by with gifts, the one that you're inviting to events. The A+ are for sure responsible for at least one transaction a year. 100% sure. Your A's, you're trying to get to A+. Okay, those are part of your 150. The B's, maybe someone that you're talking to and just haven't gotten them to sit down at the table. Maybe they're set up on a portal, but you never really met them. C's are just leads. C's you're trying to convert to, start looking, get to your lenders. D's, but your whole goal is to take your C to B, your B to A, and your A to A+. That's your job. That's your entire job. And you're doing that by knowing where to find them when you need to find them and giving them the exact material that they need to see. Because we found this in Arizona when we were running our team. If you keep sending a person homes with a pool and they told you they did not want a pool, they're going to stop looking and they're going to find another agent who just sends them homes without a pool. That's it. They're going to go in an open house with a home without a pool, and they're going to think this agent lists homes without pools. So I'm going to work with that. That's Jeff turned. That's how stupid this is. Okay? So it's getting the right content to the right person at the right time. Timeline readiness. Active pre-approved. These guys are in the car. These guys are actually walking home. We've got a BDRA. These are guys are ready to buy. More casual, not pre-approved, 3 to 6 months out. D's are inactive. So either they're going to, from C, they're either going to move to here or they're going to drop to here, and it's okay, either way. Because if they drop to here, it gets you time to focus more on these guys. You can only have 150 real relationships. All right, stalk them on social media. So I started playing around with ChatGPT a little bit. Now Claude won't do this no matter how I frame it to Claude. It won't do it. But I was at an event and one of the speakers was talking about using AI to create dossiers on clients, past clients. So I went to chat, I'm like, hey, create a dossier on this person. I'm like, no. I'm like, oh, well, they're lying. No, I had to go to chat and say, using these two social media links, I went down to Facebook and everything. So using these two links, I would like you to look for consistent posts. This is public information, they're posting. I didn't want chat to go dig something up, personal information, because it won't. But if I instruct it how to find this, say, using the posts that they've posted, I'm looking for consistent posts around the same day each year that may indicate their birthday. I'll go find their birthday now. Because most people on social media will their birthday. Okay? So I'd also like to look for you to look for consistent things they love and post about. Foods, drinks, travel, alma maters. Do they love a college or university? Do they love a sports team? That's all I want. I want things they love. I'm not looking for foul balls, foul tips, strikes. I don't want that crap. I don't want to waste my time on a dossier of 30 items that they like. I want 8 that they love. Okay? So I got to start doing that. And boy, was I learning some stuff. Because the last thing I know you want to do too is go into Facebook and go through years of freaking posts for the client. Nobody's going to do that. But chat did it for me. I'll give you an example. So I started with realtors because they're easy, because they're social. They're all social people. So I did one for Mary Perry. Okay, because she's not here. Don't tell her this, I'll kill you. So I did one for Mary Carey, and it was spot on. It was so spot on. And it found something I didn't know. So I guess in May, she is at the LVR event or something, and she got Las Vegas Realtor of the Month for May. And you know Mary, she loves recognition. Nothing wrong with that, she loves recognition. So I'm sitting there, as soon as I saw that, I went on and I said, I need a white Miss America style sash with pink glitter ring. Says Miss Las Vegas Realtor May 2026. It's on the way. She's gonna love the heck out of it. I wouldn't have freaking known that. I'm not gonna get through a month of Mary Carey's post, let alone 3 months or years. But it instantly went in there and got it. And it also created a dossier. So what I did was, when it created that, I took it from that chat work model, and I uploaded it into a project called Dossier Index. So now chat is indexing all of these dossiers that I'm loading in, dates and likes and loves and all this stuff of all the people I put in there. So now, all I gotta do on any given day is go to chat into the index section and say, hey, is there 5 people I should really reach out to? And why should I be reaching out? I'm looking for home runs. That's it. And it's gonna give me 5 people, 5 reasons. Home runs. I'm looking for home freaking runs. I don't wanna sit here and call them about their freaking, the dog they like, or, oh, how do you like your dog? No, I want home freaking runs. You guys should want the same. You got 150 people, you want 60 units out of 150 people, you need home runs every day. I can't tell you, you're not working 30 hours a week if you're doing 10 home runs a day. You don't have to. You just cut that in half. Now you went from 30 to 15 and you're still closing 60.
Quick question for you, are you like cutting and pasting, or how are you putting that on ChatGPT?
Well, there's a little button right after it creates that whole write-up. It's a long write-up, right? I'll just click the copy button, and then I'll go to the project and I'll paste it in, and it freaking bullet points, like 10 bullet points, but it stores the entire file in there. So, it's nothing, I'm doing nothing. The hardest part is finding their social medias. Because my project's already set up. All I do is say, okay, now this person, and put their 2 links in, and boom, I have a dossier in a couple minutes. And then I copy and paste it. So, every client you get, if you get someone that signs a BBRA, you should have a dossier on that person right now. You should find it. Not, like I said, I couldn't stomach having to go through all that myself. So it kept me from ever doing it. But if all you need to do is get their social media links, it's done. So now, all of a sudden, your CRM is on steroids. Because now you're creating buyer dossiers. Let's say that buyer doesn't buy it. But along with the dossier, you put some extra information of where they're looking, why they're looking, when they want, all that stuff. So now all of a sudden, you get a property, you have another project set up that says, hey, run me a buyer profile on this property considering all the demographics in the area. Is this? Now you take that, put it in your dossier and say, which of my buyers fit this? Because it's already in there. And now it spits out 3 buyers that should write a contract on that house right now. Is that a different level of business? It's smart. It's not stupid anymore. Okay? It's smart, it's effective, work smarter. You can work smarter and harder if you want, but at least work smarter. Okay? So when I say connect, engage, stock, you can go in and comment on their DM, comment on their posts, right? You can go DM them, right? But the thing you really want to look for is like attracts like, right? If you got a doctor friend on Facebook, who is the majority of their friends engaging them? Who are they? Also doctors. So you've already got this connection with this doctor. Your job is to leverage that connection and connect with those doctors. So you really want, when the other doctor comments, you want to comment on their comments. Oh my gosh, that was freaking hilarious, blah, 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 blah. Stuff like that. And do it a couple times, and then you go out and engage and connect with that doctor, and you can rinse and repeat. That's how you use social media when it comes to CRM. If I give my wife one rose, it looks like it came from the convenience store. If I give her a bouquet and it has flowers and baby breaths and everything else, it's going to connect with her more. Is that true? Remember back in the day, 7-Eleven had that bucket of just one rose with the little water caps on the bottom? Most of that was in high school. That was my high school. But you give her that, it's like, oh, you thought about me when you went and got nachos and a Slurpee. Thanks. That's exactly what they're doing, right? The older I get, the more I understand, right? But if you go, and not just, like for me, I don't know, maybe I'm different. For me, I can't just walk up and just get red roses and things. They're dime a dozen, right? I'm looking for something with roses in a little color, her color. Something she can connect with. That is a completely different connection. That's what we're talking about when we go to CRM. We're looking for that connection because when they're in our CRM, they're getting hit with, drip emails, you're sending stuff to them, you're calling them, you're inviting them to stuff, you're actually interacting in person with them. That's the bouquet. That's the entire bouquet. 150 people, 40 annual contacts per person, that's 6,000 touches. So you're looking at 21 closed transactions. That's average. That's an average realtor. Who's closing 21 transactions a year? Who's not closing 21 transactions a year and they have over 1,000 people in their database? Yeah. That's the cold hard truth right there. Clean it up. Clean it up and focus it. If that's all we need, and that's all we gotta do, that sounds like a lot of touches, right? But there's ways to make those valuable and easy. We'll talk about that in a second. About 150 people, 21 transactions, 8 to 10 hours a week effective. Think about that. Mailers, 12 touches once a month, 12 touches. Bi-monthly emails, there's another 26 touches. 2 phone calls, that's low level. That's not hard. That sounds like Gary Keller's 33 touch drip campaign, right? It's easy. You have the ability to do this right now. George just talked about mailers. They'll print them, you mail them. Emails. If you have a CRM, you can have drip emails going out. Okay? Yeah. It's right there. Social media. 10 touches. DMs. Gifts. Pop buys. Who does pop buys? You shit me. Not one person's doing pop buys.
Popeyes?
Pop buy. Not Popeyes. Not pop buys. Pop buy. Drop by. Show up. Nobody's doing that.
I do it on holidays, but.
Like now's the time we got to do it more than anything because it's definitely a relationship game right now. Because the realtor they thought they had is going to be working at Costco at the end of the year, and they're not going to be able to help them.
Or Popeyes.
Or Popeyes. Okay? And these don't have to be major. Okay? It could be a $10 to $15 pop buy. Right? If you're doing 21 units a month, you should be doing at least 21 pop buys a quarter. That's not a lot. That's about 7 a month. You got time for 7 a month. And my goal is that they're not even home when I pop by, because I don't really want to talk to them for 20 minutes. Okay? Leave it on there, take a picture, send them a text. Hey, I was in the area, I dropped by and you weren't home, but I left this for you. That creates engagement. Something little. Okay? Events. You do an event. There's a lot of touches in an event if you do it right. There's the call to invite. There's the mailed invitation that George freaking created for you that's custom for your event. Just throw it in an envelope and mail it out. There's the text reminders. You actually see them at the event. Or you don't see them at the event because after that you're going to follow up. Either you're calling and saying, oh, it was great to see you, how did you enjoy the event? Or, oh my gosh, we missed you. That's the best call. But you almost hope for at least a handful of them not to show up so you can have that I missed you call, because people like to be missed way more than they're appreciated. They want to be missed. Okay? So, all of this stuff, and we only need to hit 40 touches. Okay? You can do the 12 mailers, some will open, some won't. You can split the bi-monthlies and do a monthly email, following up on the mailer, just in case they didn't open the mail, you hit them with the email. Definitely do your 2, maybe 4, depending on what bracket they're in, A, B, C. Social media touches, you can cut that in half, but your gifts and events, that's where the value is. At least do those. At least do one event a year, minimum. Even if you're small and you don't have a big pipeline and not enough people to do a big major event, we got this coming up. We did this at Summerlin last year to kind of test it out. We had about 8 or 10 agents take part. We had 250 people that rolled through that office. Just 8 or 10 agents. 50 pies were given away that day. Just 50 pies. And there were that many people that engaged with those few agents. We used to do this every year. This was we do three to 4 events a year in all of our offices. And this was the main one. This was the one, the event of the year. It would set up the entire next year. Because it's holiday time, most people are nicer. It's Thanksgiving, most people are more grateful. Right? They're happy. They bring the family. Okay? Some people will go get pies and deliver them, and that's okay. That's okay. Right? The goal for this is to get people to come and hang out. So it's not just giving them a pie, it's feeding them and hanging out, because we're doing tacos too. Right? What we're gonna do is we're going to pick up all the pies. We're gonna bring them here. It's a Tuesday before Thanksgiving. The pie event starts at 5. There's 5 days. So some people will get off work, go get kids, whatever, 5 days, 3 hours. You're gonna hang out for 3 hours, and we're gonna have a taco truck or someone making tacos. They're gonna eat tacos on a Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday, right? So they get tacos. It's the calm before the storm, because tomorrow, the next day, is Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and people turn crazy, right? All the way up until after dinner on Thanksgiving. So this is the calm before the storm. They don't have to pay for dinner. They can take the family out and have some tacos, enjoy, and they're gonna mingle. And when they come in and they see the whole place wall to wall with people, they think they're all there for you. They don't realize there's a bunch of other agents doing the same thing. They think all these people came to see you. Like, shit, they're a big deal. I had no idea. I thought she worked at Costco every week. Right? So what this is, again, Tuesday, November 24th, 5 days. $20, okay? These pies only cost $6.99 at Costco. They're the big pumpkin Costco pies. So why would you pay $20 for a pie? Because it's not just a pie. We're feeding them. Sometimes some people might only get one person to show up to pick up the pie. Maybe they eat tacos, maybe they don't. Then your next family comes with 8. Right? You don't have to worry about any of that. You got 10 pies to give out, how much is that? Cost you $200 to put on a freaking major event. Tacos and pies. Sweet deal? And then Rock and Epic are gonna pick up the rest. Whatever's left. So this is your event. That's why we're doing it here. We're doing it for the office, because even if you're an agent, you only get 3 people, you get to do it. It's a start. I guarantee you get 3 people to show up for 3 to get a pie, you're gonna get 3 deals out of that event throughout the next year. Don't pay $20 if your person's not gonna come. Alright? Go get pies for that to deliver the next day. Go pay her $7 at Costco, get your 6 or 8 pies for people that aren't gonna show up. But if you got someone who says, yes, I'm coming, we can't wait, order. Alright, we'll get another flyer out here. It's gonna be towards probably the first Friday in November, we'll need the numbers by. But we'll get a QR code and stuff. Just start inviting. Right? Jorge can help you with some freaking invitations. George. How many people call you Jorge? How many people call you George? Yeah. I feel like Jorge sounds way cooler than George. Alright, so have them help you with invitations. And don't just give out a pie. Like, get some stickers. Put your branding on it. Make it your pie. It's your event. Put it in a bag with some Cool Whip or something. Make it your own. We're gonna get the pies here. We're gonna get the food here. And hopefully we can figure out the logistics of having a camera booth in all 4 offices. Because we're doing this in all 4 offices at the same time. David's like, crap, he's not gonna be here. We will deliver the pies for you, Dave.
Alright, I appreciate it.
Yeah. Vinny's over in Green Valley, he's gonna have his. I gotta bring someone in for Southwest unless we get a vendor over there, but we'll handle all 4 offices at the same time this year. It was, you asked any of them that did it last year, some of them. It was awesome. Tim and Wendy they were skeptical. They're like, they're just blown away. It was just a party.
It's actually a lot of touches. There's the invitations, and you call them, and you confirm they're coming,
Yeah.
and then they come.
And those are
They
golden
don't come.
touches.
Yeah.
Golden. If you do that event and you do quarterly pop fire for your A pluses, top deal is good, yes. That's changing your CRM completely. So, start thinking about this. Start putting this into motion. This is why you want to clean up your CRM and start getting that thing ready to go. You need to find out who you're going to be giving pies, who's going to be here. Have this your base. Start now. Start where you are. Get prepared for this through your database. So, again, here's all the different touch points, possibilities. Here's your bouquet. Here's your rose. So, that's it, guys. It's that simple. It's not easy. It's simple. You still got to do the work, but it's much more rewarding work.
Questions, you guys? It's a lot, but we talked back to basics. Back to where we started our business back in the days, guys. So John, great job, give me a hand. Appreciate it, John.
I have moved to just ChatGPT is now my CRM because it's already got all the information. Why would I take that CRM thing and upload it into another CRM and go manually work when Chat's got it all there?
We could probably try to do a class. Upload and see what happens. Yeah, we'll talk about trying to do a class, you guys, with ChatGPT. How many people are using ChatGPT? Well, a lot of us. Good. We need to. We need this. Hey, it's the way. This is what's happening. We don't have to be on board. That's what's going on. Thanks, John. Appreciate it. And we'll talk more about the pies and tacos. Cool. Thank you. All right, guys. Just a couple more things to finish up, and we'll call it. Here. So a couple of things that we're doing. So remember the housing bill. Onboarding is going to be August, September 2nd. I'm sorry, I'll teach it right here. If you're a brand new agent, you haven't done it, it's worth it. We'll have all of it there as well. You can find out what's going on.
Same.
Rev up, we're back to rev up. We cut it down to 10 classes instead of 12. Dave will be doing a monthly class on financing with your buyers. And Dave will give you guys the dates as soon as we know more about that. We're going to do the solar class on September 21st right here as well. 10 to 1 will have food, so make sure you sign up. I think there's a QR code. And then last but not least, September 22nd, save the date. We're gonna do a thing, we're gonna try it, one of our other offices did it. We're calling it passports and plates. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take food from 5 different countries. We're gonna have 5 different stations. We're gonna have everybody come in, you can sample food from all the different places. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We'll have some gifts, some prizes, a couple raffles. It's gonna be well worth it. You need to RSVP. We're trying to get an idea how many, what's going on, so please do that. It'll be a lot of fun. It's gonna be a culture event. But like I said, we're gonna invite other agents from other offices as well, so it'd be nice for all of us to share with other agents about our culture and what we do and how we do it. So make sure you save the date. It's gonna be from 12 to 1, which is a Tuesday. We'll probably still do a little bit of a business meeting and then more or less jump right into it. Again, we'll have 5 different stations. We're talking about, the girls are still working on things, we have like a little passport book with a stamp at each station, and then that might usually do a raffle. We're still trying to figure out the prizes, but we want to get it going because I know we're coming up on it. So the 22nd, save the date, is going to be a lot of fun. And of course, we'll get that out more and more to everybody. So make sure you save the date. And then next week, speaking of CRMs, Daniel Mejia is going to be doing a class on Follow Up Boss. And so we talk about doing your CRM, contact, Follow Up Boss. How many people are using Follow Up Boss? I know there's a few people. I don't use it, but I've heard about it. But I don't sell real estate like you guys do. But anyways, it's a great tool, and she's going to go in depth on what she does. And keep this in mind, Danielle's been the #1 agent in this office for the last 11 years that I've been here. And so it's probably been more than that after, before I got here as well. So anyways, she's taking time out, just like all of our top producers do. I don't know if you guys know that John was talking about doing an event. Chris DeWitt runs a big team, and he does an event there. He's on his 2nd year. But he rents a place out here in the Northwest. It's got a pool, they have food for all of his clients, and it's amazing what he does for that. So it's well, Jack Greenberg used to do the same thing as well. So I think it's something to really think about. It's part of your CRM getting connected. We are in the relationship business. All right, everybody, on that note, have an amazing day.